Hi again, everyone. I'm here today because I have a craving for Pico. So I ran up to the grocery store and purchased some Roma tomatoes, a couple of jalapeños, some cilantro, and some green onion. Now I've rinsed these already, so they're drying, and I forgot to buy limes, so I happen to have a little bit of lime juice in the fridge, so I'll be using that, and then of course my bowl. So I'm going to start dicing up the tomatoes. I cut this little end off. I don't like to use that. And I'll dice these up, put them in the bowl. I just was craving Pico. So, cilantro is very good for you. And so it's a good detoxifier. And there's a lot of other benefits. I can't remember. You have to Google it. Thank goodness for Google. I guess this is what you call a Blanco Pico. Many people make it differently. I do have some garlic, I think. I don't know if I'll put that in there or not. That would be good. But I'm looking at my pantry right now, and I don't see any garlic, but it's probably buried, behind something. Guess I'll smell it in a couple of months. I also purchased some corn chips, as you can see, to go along with it. Today I'm drinking my favorite energy drink. I guess you call it an energy drink. It's not like a Red Bull. Celsius. It's got great amounts of biotin in it, which is really good for your hair, skin, and nails. And a niacin, which I don't get a lot of because I don't eat a ton of bread. And I like the orange flavor. See? I like the watermelon and lemon flavor and the apple and pear. So tasty. A little chilly out. It's warmed up. This morning it was -3 degrees outside with a wind chill of, I think, -28. And it's warmed up to about 10 degrees today. The high is expected to be in the low 20s. And then progressively getting warmer each day this week. I think the high at the end of the week is predicted to be in the low 40s. I also bought me some hamburger meat because I was thinking about making me some tacos later and then put in the Pico as my vegetable topping, along with a little bit of shredded cheese. I like to use little knives. The bigger knives, they tend to, I don't know, they don't work well with me. Now, I don't know how hot these jalapenos are. Typically, it's best to have little lemons on hand, because after you cut these up, they tend to be a little, if they are hot, and you can have that juice on your hands, and if you rub your face, it burns, and the lemon juice Rub a little lint on your hands and it'll alleviate that issue. I cut the ends off here. What I like to do too is I like to roll them because it releases all the good stuff. All the nutrients inside that jalapeno pepper. I was outside a while ago getting some wood to replenish the pile for the wood stove. And let me tell you what, I was out there maybe 5 minutes and it is chilly. That negative wind chill can really hit you fast. So you got to make sure you're bundled up. Gloves on the hands, a nice warm hoodie, a good coat. So I'm just going to chop these up like this. This one smells a little hot. I almost got serrano peppers, but then I saw this little red jalapeno pepper and it kind of called out to me. Did you know that one jalapeno has more vitamin C in it than an orange? I did not know that. Pretty cool. You can never consume too much vitamin C. You know, I was reading, I was listening to a documentary. Of course, it was Joe Rogan. He had this doctor on there, female doctor. I cannot remember her name. Gosh, it was very enlightening. She said that a majority of society is on the fine line of scurvy, which is lack of vitamin C. She said if you go into the hospital, spend a couple of days. This is interesting. You come out, they have found by the studies that they've done on the blood work that people, I guess it's blood work, I'm not sure, or urine analysis, have found that people who go into the hospital and then come out, they are definitely in like stage 2, stage 3 of scurvy with lack of vitamin C that they don't receive while in the hospital. And I don't know if that's because of the lack of the vitamin they're getting or the lack of the sun, because you know vitamin D, natural sun, does help your body absorb the vitamin C. Interesting fact. See these little ends on these green onions? I'm going to cut all those off. I don't think I'm going to use all of them. I'm going to set these to the side. Cut those off. And I'm going to cut these tips off. Just the tips, because I want a fresh start. Like I said, I've already rinsed these, so they're clean. I let my Aussie out and tried to get him back in, but he just looked at me like I was crazy for being inside. He's sitting out in the middle of the snow, just checking everything out. He loves this weather. So I'm still working on my dog bed pillow. Yes, I've got a majority of the squares sewn with the little X's on them. And so soon I'll be piecing those together and showing y'all a video of how I sew that. I think it's going to turn out super cute. You might hear my little mini poodle. He's eating his lunch right now. He's a loud eater. So I've been looking at social media at the different areas that have been affected by this winter storm down south. And man, some of these places, these people are out of power. Lots of, I think, they said over 100,000 people in Texas are without power. I was like, oh my gosh. But, you know, they've got a good team. The electrical companies, suppliers have good teams of people out there working their little booties off, trying to get people power out in this cold. So, you know, be grateful that they're out there for you to fix it. You know, they're out in these hard elements, and it's a very dangerous job. So, you know, be thankful. If you see some, tell them thank you. Give them some hot chocolate or hot coffee if you got some on hand, because those guys are some hard workers. I think I'm just going to do one bunch of cilantro. Keep this for later. I'm just going to toss it around with my hands. Pull out these stems. The tortilla chips are salted, so I won't add any salt to my pico. I don't think I'll need any pepper either because of the jalapeños. Whew, look at that. Messy. I feel like Shrek. Rinse my hands. Alrighty, back. I'm going to put a little lime juice in this. I think that's plenty. And toss this around a bit. Ooh, that looks nice. Yum, yum. It always tastes better when you let it sit for a bit. However, I am going to give it a try. I showed you the chips earlier, correct? Yeah? Let's see here. Gosh, it smells divine. It's craving veggies. Whoops. A little there. Crunchy crunch. It's good. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next video. Great snack. And pretty. Woo! Got a little bite to it. Nice. Bye, guys.